All right. What's up, boys?
What's up?
How are y'all doing?
I'm fantastic.
Lucas, you're fantastic.
I am fantastic. I'm in a good mood tonight.
You're in the good mood? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're living the dream.
I am. I'm always living the dream.
Yes.
Usually my own dream, but you never know.
I'm always living the dream
How's
too.
Anthony?
Yeah, good. You know, I did something crazy. I didn't even tell you guys about this.
Crazy?
Crazy.
I love it.
You guys have been to my house. How many pets do I have?
0?
A fish?
A fish.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
When
I think
that's
fish.
right. It's in the living room. That's right.
I just bought 2 dogs.
Shut up! You moron.
I know.
What is you thinking?
My wife talked. My kids have been begging for dogs.
Dude, I'm a
Begging.
huge dog fan. So
Begging.
But I will tell you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
let him
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
So,
My bad.
they've been begging for dogs and begging. I'm like, no, I don't want a dog. I don't want a dog. Not that I don't like dogs.
Yeah,
It's just like
I got
there's a lot, right? We'd have a lot of activities, a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And then my wife kind of flipped on it. She's on the same page, kind of flipped. And some people we know or had some dogs available.
It's always
and
people
they're
you know.
small.
Okay.
So,
How old are they?
well, I don't even have them yet. I get them next
they
week.
puppies?
7 weeks old.
Hey, I will suggest, if you can, make them stay with their mom for like another 2 weeks.
Well, we don't get them for another at least a week.
Okay, I would say even like 9 to 10 weeks is best. If they stay, they'll be less whiny when you get them. But
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm not sure when we'll get them, but yeah, I bought. They're brothers, same litter, right?
Brothers.
Yeah.
what are you gonna name them? Poncho and Lefty?
I don't know. Mike,
That's
I'm
a
gonna let
dream
my,
of
I'm
mine.
gonna let my kids name them.
Oh.
So I got the runt and the big one.
That's an amateur, yeah.
Oh, you got the little one and the big one?
Yep.
That's awesome.
And then there's 2 girls that went away, so they were kind of the tweeners.
What? Can we ask what kind of dog they are?
Toy Aussie Doodles.
Yeah, that's
Toy
So they're on.
Doodles.
There's
That's
Australian Shepherd, Poodle, but they're only
Good
gonna be like
dogs.
8 to 10
Yeah.
pounds.
that's as manly as my dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So be a very intelligent dog.
Very intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Very
small.
Little
Yeah.
but just
neurotic.
small. But we can take them like baseball, you know, some of the baseball trips and
Sure.
stuff like that. The ones that Parks all out.
Hey.
Just take them.
Do it early. Start
Yeah.
early.
That's
Yeah.
what I was reading.
Yep. I actually have, so I'm a huge dog fan.
Mm-hmm.
Bethany and I have had several dogs in our marriage, and dogs have gone on to be with the
Rainbow.
not Lord. And we'll say things like, hey, we're going to take a break from dogs. My wife does.
Yeah.
She says that. We're going to take a break from dogs. And I say, yep, I agree. We're going to take a break. And then, like,
10 days later.
I get like an itch for a dog, like, yeah, maybe not 10 days, but like
Yeah.
6 to 9 months later, I'm like, hey, I'd like to have a dog. Yeah. I love them, man. I'm a
Yeah.
fan
I know
of the
I
dog.
will.
Here's the deal, though. They do tie you down a bit.
Yep.
And they're almost as bad as or worse than kids because not everybody wants them at their house and
Yep.
stuff. So, but dude, good for
Yeah.
the kids.
Yep.
Good responsibility.
exciting.
And they're just like loving animals. They're great,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
We have a
so my
Molly
kids don't
around.
know.
Yeah.
They're going to surprise them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They'll know before this comes out.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
when do you get them?
A week from tomorrow, maybe.
I'm gonna text Meyer the audio of this.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just-
Yeah.
That's cool,
So it'll
man.
be fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
They each get their own.
Yeah.
So it'll
Still,
be.
you
it'll be
should
fun.
really push Poncho and Lefty. I've always wanted to have brother dogs or named Poncho and Lefty. Do you know why? Do you guys know why?
No.
Poncho and Lefty.
Yeah.
Give me a clue.
Willie Nelson.
I don't know anything about Willie Nelson.
No? You don't know the song Poncho
No.
and Lefty?
No.
Sing it.
God,
But
no.
you're
I'm not singing it, but it
professional
is.
choir boy, so.
It is one of my top. It's Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard.
Mhm.
They sing a song.
They're both great.
It's great song. Anyway, if I had bird dogs, I would name them Poncho and Lefty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't though.
I'll probably name my next 2 dogs George and Kittle. What's up?
If it's up to my daughter, it'd be Chip and Potato.
Purdy and
Oh,
Kittle.
it's a good show.
That's good. That's good. I like that. That's good. That's good. All right.
Yeah, let's get
Man, that's
into it.
cool. That's fun.
That's
All
exciting.
right. Well, this is episode number 30. And just trying new things. And so we're headed down this path this year. And so what we're gonna do is jump into some headlines. We're gonna do like what we found in the news that we wanted to bring to the table. And I went I'm not gonna cheat off you, Lucas, I promise.
You never know, people.
And so,
You never
hey,
know.
this is Nightly World News with the Fatherhood Collective. That's right. I'm going to get some music that's like super awesome news music, and we're gonna play over this, but that we're gonna share some headlines
Now
that
these-
caught our eye.
And these are true, you can't say that with a straight face, true events that have actually happened.
Well, I think that like brings to the table kind of a conversation around like, man, where the world's at, and also the amount of knowledge we have. Headlines probably used to mean a lot more back in the day,
Yeah.
right? Like my grandparents are big newspaper fans. Matter of fact, they still get it. The headlines in a newspaper used to mean something, right? We're at war, or
Moon
things like that.
landing.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, moon landing. We're at war. JFK died.
Yep.
Stuff like that. And now it is literally full bore, all things there. Anthony loves coffee could be a headline. Seriously,
be,
like
yeah.
that legitimately.
Now mine are a little more entertaining than that.
yeah,
I'm just gonna say.
yeah, that's fair. No, but I really do think we're at a point where they are nuts, and so we thought we'd just kind of start bringing that.
A
the
Wasso
table.
man
Yeah.
runs over pedestrian with his shopping cart at Walmart.
Yes,
With a loser mentality.
As while talking on FaceTime with spouse.
Perpetrator was wearing a 49ers hoodie.
Yeah, hit and run at the
Hey,
supermarket.
Since we just won the Super Bowl, there's going to be a lot more fans walking around here.
Fingers crossed.
All right, let me get this thing started. Now, I started this one with, this is like my ease into it, right?
All right.
My next,
All right,
my
all right.
other two were
little
better.
more
This is
intense.
just kind of,
Yeah.
let's let the people kind of see what we're doing here.
All right. Fair enough.
Gangly adolescent giraffe, Benito, has arrived at his new home. Now comes the hard part, fitting in. Like, who comes up with this?
Oh, Benito's gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, this was somewhere in Mexico, and he's a 4-year-old giraffe. Got moved to this new place.
So
and
they're afraid he might not fit in.
he might not fit in with the other people, other giraffe.
Other giraffes.
Giraffes.
Yeah.
So that was my first.
Say it
one.
was a gangly?
It says gangly adolescent giraffe,
So-
Benito.
Is that the problem? Like he's gangly, so he might not fit in because he's gangly. What giraffe is not gangly?
I think it's just a pun on words, right? Like,
yeah, I got you.
doesn't fit in because he's a giraffe.
Maybe they
Like,
should have named him Benito.
Hey, I just read the headlines.
I
I'm
got
not
you.
typing.
That's
All
good.
right.
That's good. That's
All
a good
right.
one.
I like
That's
that.
a good one.
That's
All right. You, me.
I don't care. Yeah,
All
let's
right,
just
I'll
go in
go.
order. Make it
I'll go.
easy.
I'll go.
Yeah.
All right. So this is my funny one. I actually have some notes on this one. So, sorry. Let me get it online here.
Do you have pictures?
I do actually, which I would love to. Oh no, where's it at? There it is. I got it. All right. This is the full headline. You ready?
Yeah.
A Chinese man who chain smoked his way through a marathon was disqualified for smoking on the course. That's the one that I really liked. And here's the highlights of the article, and I won't go into all of them. But a 52-year-old Chinese marathon runner was disqualified for chain smoking during the race. The Chinese Athletic Association implemented a ban on smoking during marathons last year. So he's going
year.
against a new ban. Uncle Chin.
We're gonna get banned from YouTube.
It's his name.
So the first one was in Mexico. This one's in China. Oh, yours better be America.
Okay, I'm bringing it back to home.
Okay.
Stop. All right. Uncle Chin has puffed cigarettes during past marathons, saying it helps him relieve fatigue. And I have one point in the article that I thought was hilarious, but let me get to it.
It's impressive.
Yeah, if you can run a marathon while you're
Yeah.
smoking,
The Chinese Athletic Association implemented anti-smoking regulations last year to encourage healthier participation in the race, according to Mail Online. And then they had some rules here, and they said that if I can find them, that I thought were funny, but it was basically like you could not defecate on the course, you could not trample flowers on the course, and you could not smoke on the course.
it.
That's it.
Other than that,
Other
free
than
game.
that, it's free game.
Oh
I just
my
thought it was
God.
great, man. So they interviewed this guy, and he said that it actually helped him with his breathing to be able to smoke. And I've got a picture, and I'll show it to you guys, and I don't know, maybe like you see, there's Uncle Chen right there. Look at that. That is incredible right there. that is
What a
maybe,
beast.
Maybe I can show
Zoom
everybody.
into Uncle Chin
But that
there.
was awesome, man. Just chain smoking and running
I
a
mean,
marathon.
That's
And he-
impressive.
That's an
You wanna-
honorary win for me.
do you know how fast he ran it?
No.
3 hours 28 minutes, dude. That's pretty incredible.
So he's just
Yeah,
beating everybody. Anyway,
Never without a cigarette in his mouth. That's so great.
That's a lot of
Anyway,
cigarettes.
that's my funny headline.
That's a good one.
Crazy
That's a good
headline. All right.
I'm bringing it back home, reeling it back in here.
All right.
you.
Thank
Thank
goodness.
goodness.
Oh, sorry.
Up north.
I apologize.
in Kansas.
Kansas.
Going to the state of Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Oh, yeah,
eh?
Minnesota.
Oh,
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
think? What do you think about Minnesota?
I like it. I've been there. It's fun.
Yeah.
Nice
What about in the
people.
wintertime?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah. So they get a lot of snow up there, right?
A little bit. A little bit. Yeah.
Ton of snow. So I saw this article. It says voting is now open to name Minnesota's snowplows. This is an annual thing up there where they,
Really?
you cast your vote to name one of the 800 snowplows that they have in the state. They said they typically get around 24,000 submissions to name their snowplows.
Did they like put the name on the snowplow somewhere?
Well, I don't. I'm guessing yes.
So, like-
how would they know that? How would they know what it's
So
called
is
if
this
they
like
don't?
when you
Steve.
like? Is this like naming a star and giving that to like as a Valentine's
Yeah, but
present?
then they change the name every year. They,
Yeah.
they ripped an old name off and then put a new one on.
Well, here's the
So-
deal. I know we're past Valentine's Day here, but just for next year, you guys should know you can name a snowplow after your beloved.
Yeah.
so
in
like,
Minnesota.
honey, I named a snowplow after you. It reminded
So
me of you. That would be
charming.
great. That'd
So
be
here's some past
so
winners:
charming.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Drift,
Yes. Oh, that's great.
Beyond Slay.
That's good.
So if you had to name a snowplow, what would it be?
Oh man,
I don't have to take some time.
There's gotta. I'd have to think about that, but there has to be something I could come up with. Some offensive lineman's
I'm
name.
drawing a blank at the moment.
I'm thinking of Homer Simpson. Do you remember that episode where he started?
I don't watch The Simpsons.
You never watched it? I watched it illegally in my Baptist home when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was like king of snowplow. They had a whole song and stuff. That's all I can think of when you say snowplow. Oh, Beyond Slay. That's
That's
great.
good.
That's
yeah,
great.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
That's good.
funny.
That's
all right.
people,
That's
are,
good stuff.
people are different up there.
People are different. All right.
All right, so I'm taking this a little more serious here on this one, and then I'll get back
Bring
to.
it down.
I'll end
Bring
on
it down.
humor. I'll end on humor.
Okay,
I'll end
bring
on
it
humor. Kansas couple. Now I'm from Kansas.
Oh, I think this is mine.
Do you have one? This one, charged with collecting man's retirement. Do you have this one? While keeping his dead body in their home for 6 years.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say new retirement financial planning. Right here.
Overland Park, Kansas, which is up, Kansas City.
It's like
area.
a nice area, right?
Yeah.
6 years. They said the body was mummified, I think, on the bed. They just left him on the bed, too. Like, they didn't even...
Gross.
Could you
dude.
imagine what that house smelled like?
Death?
They collected what $215,000.
Nailed it.
in 6 years. So there you go. Like worst case, if you fail to to save for retirement, you just collect some dead uncles, leave them in your house, and just collect his 401k check.
There's something like a pacemaker receipt. Like, they could tell when the pacemaker
like
stopped
2018
or
or something. Yeah.
That's how they kind of felt. I don't know how... Well, then it said, like, the family was, like, starting to wonder where he was at. What took you 6 years to wonder where your family member was
Uncle
at?
Rico, man. He went out. He left the grid, man. He's out in Colorado in the mountains.
Bet I can throw football over those mountains. Dude, that is gross, dude.
I told you I was going to... And then I'll take it up a notch with the humor in the last one, but that...
What's wrong with those people?
They're from Kansas.
They're money hungry, man. Money does. See, they're worshiping money.
Oh,
6 years.
6 years.
It must have stood out because we both came across it.
What is
Yeah.
what is the time frame to turn into a mummy?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna research that.
Yeah, do it.
I mean, don't tell anybody
a
I'm gonna
lot
do
to
that.
do with
I'm
the
gonna
air and
take
all
that. We're gonna edit
Did they?
that out.
I don't know if they wrapped him
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, we're.
Did he look like a mummy? I don't remember. I didn't.
It just
they
said
didn't show any.
mummif- it
They didn't
said
show any
mummif-
pictures.
Yeah, it didn't show any pictures. Mummified is, I think, the word they used in the article.
I wonder what kind of mattress it's on.
Purple.
Purple. Looking for sponsors, Purple or Sealy or whatever you mummify
Maybe
things
they
on.
And now I got that image. Like, there's
yeah, I do too.
Like I don't know how you
was
would
like
like
there.
How would you sleep at night? Like knowing there's like rotten dead corpse.
I don't know. Does death bother you?
I didn't even check like how
I
much.
mean, like if there's like a dead person laying in like the room next to me, and like for 6 years, yeah, that would bother
Yeah,
me.
You don't think
after-
you used to it?
I was gonna say after the first couple weeks it's fine.
After he stops farting?
The smell.
After you get that first check, you're good.
You just like leave the windows open.
It depends on how rich he is.
How much is that? 250. You got to do 6 years. What's that? 72 months.
Not even that much.
215 divided by 72.
I don't know. Not that much money.
That's not as much money as you would think.
No.
Yeah, but
I mean, depends how
it's
much
free.
money. Yeah.
It's
It's not worth going to dying in jail now.
God, that's gross,
Right, it's disgusting.
man.
I mean,
but they didn't kill him.
No, I
right?
don't think they killed him.
I don't think they killed it. I didn't get in that part. That's probably the.
So it's more like
Story
it's
down.
just insurance fraud stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Probably a
he
nice-
probably died in the bed and they just left him there and said,
Probably
"Oh,
a nice,
collect."
But just
probably
bury
a
him out.
nice jail. yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
bury him
my
out
point.
back.
Does people come and check and be like, "Oh yeah, Uncle Hubert,
Rico.
Uncle Hubert's in the bed in there," and they're like, "Oh," they look in the window, they're like, "Oh, you're right, he is. Okay, we'll give you the money."
He's always sleeping.
Like, what does it matter? Why don't they just
Ah.
throw him outside?
Why does he look like a mummy?
Halloween costume? He just always wears it.
Bad.
God,
Yeah.
that's
You
weird.
definitely can't have guests over if you have a
All
mummy in
right,
your
all
bedroom.
right. Well, I've got 11-year-old boy in Morocco.
Ooh, I love Morocco. I want to go to Morocco.
Me too. Can hear for the first time.
All right.
All right, so he had some implant thing they did, and he can hear. That's my good feeling headline. And I lost the article. I was going to give you some notes from it, but I can't find it. Anyway, that's the one I found. And it's a true story, I think. Hopefully. Anyway, yeah.
All right. I'm going. He had my 2, so I'm going to start with 1.
All right.
All right.
All right. Let me see here.
It's just crazy. There's so many headlines and like Super Bowl commercials.
Millions.
And they always just get on one.
Million.
All right. I like this one's funny. Wisconsin woman gives birth in McDonald's parking lot amid snowstorm. Nicknames the baby McFlurry.
Oh, God. That's good.
That's good. McFlurry.
How would you like to grow up being named McFlurry?
I mean,
Your whole story is kind of funny.
that's good.
Yeah.
It's pretty close to Nick Fury. Isn't that
Yeah.
a Marvel guy? Am I wrong?
No, that's right.
Is that
Samuel L.
Yeah, Samuel. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go, man.
So you got a good story as you're
He's got
growing
a
up.
patch, too. That's cool. All right. I like it.
He
I like
probably,
it.
I bet he gets free McFlurries for life.
He should.
Especially,
right?
at that,
Should.
especially at that store.
Yeah.
He should, for sure. There
Yeah.
should be no
Look,
question.
He has a card. Free McFlurry.
Yeah.
Because my name's
My,
McFlurry.
my name is McFlurry.
All right, I'm bringing it way down with
kinda
my
like
next one. I
Mc-
just want y'all to know. It's coming way
Okay.
down.
Like serious?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, do yours and we'll end on
All right, I'm going to do
we'll end on
mine. And I'm going to say this. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the 2 Navy SEALs that were lost when they found the bombs that were headed to the terrorists. Did y'all hear that?
No.
2 died in the oceans. They fell off the boat. Did y'all hear that?
Is this recently?
Yeah.
2
Last,
Navy
3
guys
weeks.
fell off the boat.
Navy SEAL operation. 2 of them have come up missing, and I want to say Indian Ocean, so like a warm ocean, but now they have pronounced them dead.
Yep.
And man, to me they did, the Navy SEAL operation did catch I guess you'd say contraband or whatever that was going to a terrorist group that was going to build a bomb. So it was a good operation, but we lost 2 Navy SEALs. And the reason that stood out to me is you think of things like that, and like Navy SEALs are above kind of that kind of like this was not a crazy dangerous operation for them, I don't think.
Yep.
And so when they, like, especially when you're considering ocean and swimming and all the things, but they've now pronounced them dead. And I think it was it's just you kind of like, oh man, that's what a bummer, right? Like those are superheroes. They're above that. And so yeah, that stood out to me, and I'm bringing it back down with that kind of a negative tone, but definitely in the headlines. So
Yeah. Well, we're thankful that they're all protecting us because we just forget about
Absolutely.
we're living our own lives and they're out doing all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff
absolutely.
to
Yeah.
protect us.
As we're
Absolutely.
sitting at home and hanging out.
hanging
Tell
out,
'em.
man.
Because we're telling crazy
And
headline
they're
stories.
running to running into the fire, going and doing these things, and it's very dangerous. And man, honestly, I don't know how many times you hear about that group of people having. I mean, they are elite of the elite,
Yep.
and losing a couple. And I think, best I can tell, it was kind of an odd.
Just a freak deal.
I don't know if freak deal. I mean, obviously there's danger involved, but yeah, they fell off the boat or whatever the case, and then they can't find them in the ocean. So I think they've also like determined they're gone. And so anyway, that's my bummer of a headline.
Yep. Yeah, usually you think of like Navy SEALs like the Osama bin Laden raid and stuff like that. These crazy
Above it
like,
all,
oh
above
yeah,
it all,
like
like can't be touched,
Yep.
man. The only one I remember thinking about that, like where they died, was the Lone Survivor story.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was like pretty crazy what they endured before they actually were killed, and then one actually made it out, which is nuts. But anyway, superheroes, in my opinion,
I agree.
That frivolously died, it seems like, and so to me it stood out. So that's my bummer. Anyway,
I feel really bad saying this one now after.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah,
Bring us up.
bring it back up. Bring it back up. Bring it back up.
I can't even say the first two words without laughing. Nude man.
Yes.
Okay, nude man nabbed by police after, air quote, cannonball plunge into giant aquarium at Bass Pro Shop in Alabama.
That's
Nice.
so great.
Police say the man crashed his car outside and decided to get into his birthday suit and do a cannonball into the aquarium.
All I can think about is Ron Burgundy saying, "Hey, I have a whatever news bulletin," and everybody listens. Cannonball.
So
You think he showed him the goat before he jumped in?
I didn't read the whole article.
I hope not.
I didn't read the whole article. I don't know how they got him out or anything like that, but
Imagine.
Yeah, he's doing the breast.
there was something about he went up by the waterfall. And I've never been to this Bass Pro Shop in Alabama, but went up by the waterfall and yelled some not so nice words at the police, and then did another cannonball. And just,
Did he have Bud Light in his hand?
I didn't read the whole article.
a bag of meth in his car.
So
God, that's
that was
great.
there
pretty
you go.
funny.
That's great.
That's a
That one, I probably would have not. I probably would have enjoyed witnessing that one. Honestly, not to see his old twig and berries, but just. I mean, how hysterical!
I wasn't even thinking that until now. Now I think you want to see his twig and berries.
mental picture.
Good Lord.
If you like, you would be dying. They're like, is this really happening? Am I being punked?
Yeah. Where's Ashton Kutcher?
Oh man, that's so
So
great.
that's it. That's all I got.
All right.
And then you see the police like tackling him, and you're like, oh yeah,
They wouldn't
that's
tackle
awesome,
him.
man.
The police aren't
Nah,
going
he
to
ain't
touch him.
touching
They're
him.
waiting until he.
Taser him?
Tase that dude. Oh yeah.
Right in the
And
butt
you-
cheek.
Also, there's nothing funnier than people getting tased.
Yeah.
Can you tase him in the water?
I hope
Or would
so.
that kill all the fish?
Probably.
I don't know. That's
All I know
don't
is there's a video of a dude running across a baseball field that gets tased, and he folds up and slides like 10 yards. I love that so much. Anyway, all right, you got another one, or you
Nope,
good?
nope,
All
I'm
right.
good.
All right, so I was gonna wrap this up, and like we kind of joke about tying it into like a biblical worldview. It's really tough, and the first thing that comes to mind is that there are so many opportunities to see headlines or news and information from this world. Obviously, we have them in our hand. I read a couple off this, and I think Anthony did as well. Our kids, as they grow older, have that opportunity. Hear it from people at school, on TV. You can barely watch football or baseball or basketball without seeing a headline come through. And so what I usually lean into, and I'm not one to get into like the political scene in our country or even the world. I literally go back to God has everything in control, and it makes me think of Romans 8:28. And we know that for all things work together for good for those who have called. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm going to read my handwriting. I should have it memorized, shouldn't I?
You said you were going.
And we know that for all things work together for good for those who are called according to his purpose. And I think that's what I think of. So like if I know my kids come to me and say, hey, like what's going on with the Russia-Ukraine thing, right? Like I've got a little bit older kids, or hey, what's going on with like January 6th? You know what happened at the Capitol, with things like that. And I just really point back like, hey, regardless, God's got it in his hands, right? Regardless. Like we know that. And so we know that we live with integrity, we pursue him, and God's got it in his hands. And so I think that's like the biggest point. And so really that's my tie-in. Craziness in the world, right? Chain smoking marathon runners, nude cannonball folks jumping into aquariums. Like we have people, good news, right? Being born in McDonald's parking lots, and that's glory, right? God working out for God's good. Crazy, good, and then sad. We have it all coming at us at 1,000,000 miles an hour from all different directions. And I think it's super important to remember that God has it in control. Like we don't need to fret. We don't need to worry. God has it in control. So that's it. I'm tying it in with
Like
that.
It's good.
Yep,
I like it.
Like it.
All right.
Done.
Done and done. Anything else, boys? That was fun. All
Keep it
right.
real.
Get through February. Let's be done with this awful month.
Mhm.
Adios.